Here we are at Four Vines. So this is Four Vines. They are under construction, but they are doing wine slushies as part of their weekend events for the wine tasting for some Paso Wine Fest. I understand we might get a glimpse at their cellar or a barrel room and do some barrel tasting, and their tasting room is down here on the end, and we'll take a look. And the tasting room is jammed. Everyone's hanging out in the AC. So we're at Four Vines in their whacked out barrel tasting area.
Now, next we're going to go to we're going to do a 2 vineyard sampling of Syrah. Now, the difference between the two of them is going to be cool climate versus warm climate. Okay? First one we're going to do is the warm climate, and that's Paso Robles. This is the first, the Sonoma. This is an old vine vineyard called Old Crow up in Rush River Valley. And absolutely fabulous old vine fruit with a number of other things in the vineyard which make it a field blend. Normally the difference between the two is that the warm climate is going to have a bigger, higher pH, bigger, fatter, sexier finish, you know, where's it, Bordeaux, right? And the east side is very much a lot hotter than actually over here on the west side where this vineyard is. So the east side is more like what Australian Shiraz would be, because it's much hotter down in Australia than this climate that we're over here on the west side. But even still, this is definitely not as cool as down in Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara, we actually have trouble almost getting the vineyard cool climate down in Santa Barbara. This is One Tree Hill. It's down in Los Alamos, and we hang on Paso Cocaine. So it's really concentrated. It's going to have lots of spice on it. Now, just so you know, this is the 08 version of it. The 06 this year at the Huspy Sterone this past month. This won the esteemed Syrah Shootout, which is the top producers of Syrah in the world all getting together. We submit our best wines, and we basically, all the winemakers themselves taste them and judge them. So
this is mixed, like blended, and then put back into a barrel?
This is more bed-based. It's a more bed-based wine, Syrah, Grenache, Counois, and Tannat.
Yeah.
Really, I'm a winemaker that's about regionality. So it's like I'm not chasing the grape. I don't want to make a Cabernet because I need to make a Cabernet because it's the best, because it's not. It has to do with what the region does. So in this region, what works well for the Bordelais is not Merlot, Cabernet, or Cab Franc. It's Malbec and Petit Verdot, a lot like Argentina. It's phenomenal. So this is what this area does really well. So hence we chased it down, made some killer fruit, and got some killer fruit and made a gorgeous wine out of it. And to just kind of throw it out there and make fun of the nobility of Cabernet and the Bordelais, we called it Monarchy. And this absolute French noble debauched tart on the label. It just like is, and he's saying, the quote underneath him says, "I prefer an interesting vice to a boring virtue." So.
Put wine on it?
Wine slushies.
Are you kidding?
This is the adult
So that was Four Vines. We got to do their barrel tasting, which was really fantastic, with Christian, their winemaker, and Sam, who helps them out as well. Yeah, the tasting room was definitely a little bit busy, and it's under construction, so I'll leave that kind of a surprise for you guys. But definitely great people. Really love they embed great stories into their wines, the labels, everything, and they're really pushing for new frontiers and kind of busting up the traditional ideas of what wines are, can be, what California grape is all about. So check them out. It's worthwhile.